What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Royal Recruits Guide. Today we are going up against Hogs EQ or Piggies EQ, Queen, Earthquake, Royal Hogs. I think it's 2.9. I don't care what it is. You know what I'm talking about. Thick Daddy Beef up there is who we're going up against. And this is being played on 9K trophies, so former top ladder, if you count it. I don't know. I kind of reached 9K trophies the moment they added 10K trophies. But yeah, this is playing be played pretty high up. I know I usually post things from like very early leagues because I don't really push up Path of Legends too much. But yeah, just want to put this out. And we get starting handed with the pigs. I don't have my Goblin Cage. I don't really have my Golden Knight. So I'm going to have to recruits. Zappies would have been a bad play. Void would have been a really bad play against all these hogs. So I kind of had to recruits first play here. And since he was already setting up his defense for my recruits, I kind of wanted to proc and prod at him. Really see how he defends my recruits just on their own. So I go ahead and go with the flying machine and get rid of the cannon too, because that cannon is mostly what's going to be drawing away my recruits. And so if I get rid of that, he's going to have to respond even more. So I was keeping track of the cannon. He just played his log, and there's the delivery. And if you notice, I have 5 elixirs. So what do I send down the other lane? The fucking Royal Hogs! Send in the fucking Hogs. They're going to do a ton of damage. Luckily for him, he just barely manages to get a cannon down. Same with Skeletons. Lessens the amount of damage he takes. But yeah, that was important. Keep track of his 2 spells as well as that cannon. Because if you could draw your pigs away from the cannon, it's pretty much dead. Royal Delivery is pretty good. I don't know. The only drawback of Royal Delivery is that you can't play it on the other side. It's just so good of a card. But so niche, you know? It only fits into this one deck, you know? So yeah, that's why I sent in the Hogs, because I knew he didn't have all 3 of those things. He could have played Queen and popped the ability, but like I said, he didn't have the elixir for it, so that's why I sent in the Hogs. Alright. So I don't leak Zappies the back. It's a pretty good play. Get some chip damage on both sides if he doesn't respond to either of them. Same with the Golden Knight. You could always try to get a sneaky dash in. And mine's underleveled, if you haven't seen. I'm going to avoid that Queen, because avoiding the Queen obviously like triggers another response. He's going to have to block it, and he used his pigs to block it, which it did work. The Queen survived, but I have arrows. He popped in the ability to, so that was kind of good for us. And luckily our Golden Knight got some good attacks in too. And look at those pigs, got no damage. That's a really good Goblin Cage spot if you don't really want to risk... So you can draw the pigs in the middle and get that other tower attacking them too. But they're just going to guarantee to get little extra nibbles in the tower. That spot that I placed the Goblin Cage is a lot better. It works with Hog Rider, works really good with Ram Rider, Battle Ram. Any of those like win conditions, that's a good Goblin Cage spot. I've learned. I stopped playing Cage exclusively in the middle. So yes, there it is. There's the Royal Delivery. So that's one thing. So I'm like, okay, I can place my recruits. He could cycle back to it real quick, but I just know that he doesn't have it right now. And I won't lie, this was just really bad timing on my end. I would have definitely placed recruits in front of the tower, blocked that Ice Spirit. I actually don't know why I let that Ice Spirit go, but it was the bane of my existence. It almost costed me the entire game, that Ice Spirit. I needed Zappies on top of that as well. So that's a fat fucking Royal Delivery that I just gave him. Same with that Evo Cannon. See, look, all those guys are already on. But yeah, like I said, this was kind of a desperate moment. I was really down in damage. Look at the damage difference. He like there's the Evo Cannon that if I played my pigs at all, those pigs would have been dead. He could have logged it. He could have earthquaked it. He could have Royal Delivered it. If those shots hit those pigs, those would have been dead pigs. This is a waste of 5 elixir. So I held off on them despite needing to go in. And so, look, there's the log. I go in with the pigs. The only possible thing he could do to stop these pigs would be to Ice Spirit Delivery. And he does do that. But he misses the delivery and the cannon. So I'm able to just really get a lot of damage back, both sides. Not as much as I need, but I am in a very good position. I think I'm going to be a little annoying here and Flying Machine a bridge to force something out, which would be the queen. But that queen's going to survive, so I avoid it off the table. You can't really do that with Fireball. That's why I really like queen. And so I placed the Golden Knight down in the side that I know he's going to start pushing because of that really good ability. I am going to need to spend a little extra elixir because when I'm that low in damage, I just really need to defend as much as possible. So I'm going to place Cage in the middle. Evo Cage in the middle is a little bit better than normal Cage in the middle because it can just pull stuff in from both sides. Both sides of the lane, I'm trying to say. And you can see that other tower going ham on those pigs too. And luckily, another clean defense on those Royal Hogs. The only damage he got was from that Earthquake. So at this point, I don't know why he's going in with the Royal Hogs. He could just Earthquake cycle me if he's so pleased. And so I split my Hogs. Splitting the Hogs is like usually what you do with Royal Recruits. But I've managed to catch this guy off. Not only on his elixir and his cycle a couple times. So sending all 4 hogs down one lane is really good when you're in a situation to do something like that. He does delivery on my knight and my goblin brawler, so I Flying Machine the middle just in case he cannons too. Luckily, I was able to get all that. And I think this is game here, so let me just... This goes by a little bit fast. There's the delivery. Flying Machine for the cannon, but he delivers. So the Flying Machine doesn't really lock onto the cannon right away, but there it is. I arrows for any of the small skeletons, so the Goblin Brawler and Golden Knight don't focus too hard, as well as trying to I do a small prediction on his Ice Spirit, but I do miss it. It was a really bad Ice Spirit on his part because he played it too close to everything. It did die right away. But yeah, Goblin Brawler just fucking the tank it is takes that tower, and yeah, that's how you kind of beat Hog's EQ. I do set up the cage just in case he does do a sneaky Hog's the bridge that could do 600 damage in 2 seconds. But yeah, this person this deck definitely has a faster cycle than you do. So just being lucky, using your recruits to bait things out, like the delivering log and cannon. Like that first push, like I said, that first time I sent in the fucking Hogs, where is it? I think it's a little bit up here. Even though I didn't get too much damage out of it, it put him in an awkward situation where he like definitely needed to overspend a little bit. Like I'm at 0 elixir, he's at 2. He's 1 elixir ahead of me, and he has spent that cannon and those skeletons, and I still got damage. You know, he's at 0 elixir and I'm at 4. So that's the kind of situation you want to get yourself in against this deck. So yeah, this was a little bit shorter video, but I hope it helps.